If you're in the market for a performance vehicle that's practical and efficient, look no further than the GTI. This 2015 that we recently took in on trade is a really nice example. Most people average about 10, 12, 15,000 miles a year. It's February of 2023. This is a 2015 model, only 45,449 miles, very low miles. It's a clean Carfax local vehicle from Washington. Beautiful shape inside and out. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. 2015 is an awesome year for the GTI because the GTI and its Golf platform that it's based on had a pretty much a substantial redesign, even though visually the outside doesn't look too much different than the 2014 Golf GTI. Underneath it had pretty much a very substantially revised structure, more power from the engine. This awesome 2-liter turbocharged engine pumps out 210 horsepower, and I think was it 258 pound-feet of torque. It's a lot of torque, and I guess it had an increase of about 10 horsepower, and I think 40 or 50 pound-feet of torque versus the previous generation Golf GTI. So it's a pretty substantial boost in power, especially torque. And torque is what really gives you acceleration. Horsepower is for top speed. Torque is really for acceleration. So that 40, 50 pound increase of torque is very substantial for a vehicle like this. Also has a revised suspension. The Golf GTI has always been a darling of the automotive press. One of my favorite auto publications, Car and Driver magazine, seems to always have the GTI on their top 10, annual top 10 best list for very good reason. My dad actually had the original Golf a little over 35 years ago. He had the original Golf, which really kind of set the world on fire and created a new class of vehicles, pocket rockets or performance hatchbacks. The original Golf was a small vehicle, a lot smaller than this, believe it or not. It was almost like a Mini Cooper, how small it was. But they put a pretty large engine in it, performance suspension, manual transmission. So it was a very affordable vehicle that had handling and acceleration and performance that could keep up with and overtake some more expensive performance vehicles. And ever since then, the GTI has always been a great product for Volkswagen. And I love how they have the retro styling. If you look at the kind of this plaid trim on the seats, this goes all the way back to the original Golf GTI. And fitting, a vehicle named Golf has a golf ball styled shifter, and this is a great 6-speed manual gearbox. I love manual transmissions. I can't tell you how many manual transmission cars I've had over the years. If I was going to buy a vehicle like this, I'd definitely get it with a manual. There is a DSG, a really awesome dual clutch automatic transmission. I guess if you're in stop and go traffic or you don't want to learn to drive a manual, that can be great too. But I can tell you, having an automated manual transmission with 2 clutches, doing a clutch replacement on that versus a clutch replacement on a regular manual gearbox, I think is going to be a lot less costly. And generally, a manual gearbox is very, very simple versus the complex automatic transmission or automated manual transmissions these days. So the transmission going bad, issues are going to be a lot less likely with a manual. And they're just more fun. I love manual gearboxes. You have heated seats, a great infotainment system. You have this nice flat bottom leather wrap steering wheel. It feels wonderful in your hands. You have the aluminum pedals. Really a great vehicle. The nice thing about the Golf, it's pretty fast. In 2015, they clocked it 0 to 60 right around 6 seconds. But it's also very fuel efficient. I think you can easily get right around 30 miles per gallon on the highway. And it actually has a decent amount of cargo space, even though it's a little 2-door hatchback. Being a hatchback, you have a lot of usable cargo space. Surprising amount for a vehicle this size. If you look under there, there's a decent amount of storage under there. And if you can remove this cargo area cover and fold down those rear seats for a lot of cargo space for a big Costco trip or Home Depot. Really nice styling. I like the dual exiting exhaust. Nice performance wheel and tire package you get with the GTI. This is a really clean example, and maybe you might be in a different part of the country and thinking, I really like this GTI. Well, we do ship nationwide, and we have complimentary delivery at no additional cost to all of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho. So I can put this in our car hauler, we can print up all the paperwork, and this beautiful GTI can be all yours. Kind of like buying a vehicle from Carvana or Vroom, but instead of ordering a car on the website and dealing with a giant company, we're a relatively small business. You can talk to us on the phone, and we can tailor the buying experience to your wants and needs. So just a little bit of I think a more personable experience dealing with us versus Carvana or Vroom or one of those bigger online car selling companies. There's that awesome 2-liter turbocharged engine. They use this engine in all sorts of Volkswagen and Audi products. The automotive press absolutely loves it. It has lots of torque, lots of power. It's very fuel efficient, pretty reliable as well. Really cool product, really nice example. I haven't seen a clean or older GTI like this in quite a while. You know, having a vehicle of low miles like this in pretty nice condition. There's a few bumps and bruises on it. You know, it's a vehicle that's 8 or 9 years old. But, you know, a lot of these things we're going to have, our company come in and kind of do a touch-up and kind of fix some of these blemishes. They're not going to be, it's not going to be perfect, but it will look a little bit better once we take care of those things. But aside from that, I mean, with such low miles, one owner clean Carfax, this is really a great find. We don't have trade-ins that come in this nice all the time, so I'm really happy that we took this one in. And if you're in the market for a GTI, you should be happy that you found this clean example. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon, and have a wonderful day.